Good afternoon. Today we are gonna discuss social media, something that has completely taken over our life. Who doesn't have social media right now? Please raise your hand. Who doesn't have Instagram? Because I have met a few people that they told me they don't have Instagram or they don't use it anymore. One of the reasons that I want to cover this topic is because many years ago, I myself have already noticed social media has did something to my mental health. I noticed that I became less confident if I use too much social media because I constantly compare myself with the people I saw on the internet. I feel that every girl is so pretty, and when I look into the mirror, I question myself, why am I not as pretty as them? I remember maybe even before COVID, once in a while I would temporarily disable my Instagram. I have been an Instagram user ever since maybe 2015, 2016. So I want to say Instagram has impacted my life to a certain extent. For me, I think the biggest impact social media has on me is I won't be able to focus so much. I get distracted very easily. You know, there's this thing that happened to me many times when I want to cook something. I remember I saved a recipe. I wanted to make that food. I'm looking for that recipe. The moment I click in TikTok, immediately there were tons and tons of video popping up. Therefore, I started to scroll. After 5 minutes went by, I realized, oh, why was I on TikTok again? I was supposed to look for recipe. This thing happened to me many times, no matter it's on Instagram or TikTok. I press in Instagram with the intention of searching for certain thing. Once I got on the app, I forgot what was I gonna do, because immediately when I press in Instagram, my friend's story popping out, and I just so tempted and so curious about what are them doing, and I just begin to waste my time on there. Second thing is comparison. I talk about this in my other video. I tend to compare myself with other people. I don't want to do that, but subconsciously I still do. I'm sure you all heard of the word overstimulate. This is a very, very common problem in today's world. We are just having too much information and our attention span has dropped so much. I don't even know how teenagers study nowadays, because many years ago when I was in high school, there was like almost 10 years ago. Back in the day, we don't even have TikTok. I think the only thing that distract me is just Facebook and Instagram. During that time, I have already get distracted by my phone quite easily. Not as much as now, obviously, but last time I remember when I was about to study for an exam, I just can't help it but want to go reach for my phone. I can't imagine how kids study nowadays. Have any of you noticed people around you, or maybe you yourself, has gotten very impatient listening to other people talk? This is because of the attention spans are shrinking. I have noticed when I talk to some of the people, I can see when I'm trying to describe a story, very quickly you can notice their eyes will start wandering around. They have gotten impatient of listening to your stories. And I have to admit, I myself has quite low attention span as well, which is something I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to don't scroll too much, because I came to understand if I scroll too much social media, when it comes to real life connection, real life conversation, we have no patience in that, and that's actually very sad, because more and more short form video, it makes our brains adapt to only receiving small and short form of media. Everything is like quick. All the YouTube shorts, TikTok video, IG reels, everything have to be quick and fast. If not, people don't want to watch it. Now let's talk about likes. I know likes doesn't equal to your value as a person, but I myself in the past, I have experience where I receive less like. I feel that maybe people just don't like me. But now that I have grown older, I know it doesn't define me as a person. Likes doesn't mean anything. Views doesn't mean anything. You don't get enough views could because algorithm just never push your video out, because nowadays there are so many content creators. The truth is, receiving likes can really give you a boost of dopamine. You feel happy when people likes your stuff. So sometimes if you don't receive that boost or approval, it can kind of affect how you think about yourself. You might think you are a less worthy person. Another thing I want to talk about is, have any of you noticed you begin to stutter when you speak? Because I have, and my husband have, not all the time, but if I think back in the past, we don't have this kind of stutter problem, and I read about it. I went to Google, and true or not, this has something to do with scrolling. Every day we were just receiving too much information. Our mind just have too many things going on, so when we want to speak, it kind of just get all over the place and we don't know what are we talking about. I never read about a science study of this, but I personally feel that social media has definitely increased the risk of depression because comparison and everything are just so aesthetic on the internet. Sometimes you just inevitably think your life are not aesthetic enough, are not pleasing enough. Okay, before I end this video, shall we talk about what can we do to make our life better? What can we do to make our life more fulfillment outside of social media? Number one, I definitely recommend be around nature. Just touch some grass. Develop some hobby, whether it's exercise, drawing, or photography, anything. Even like me right now, I would say that filming video is one of my hobby. As much as I love YouTube, I try to don't spend too much time watching other people's video. I just want to focus on my life. I try to film, edit it, post on YouTube, and then I just go on with my day. This is one of the tips I have for you if you are feeling unsatisfied about your life. If you are feeling sad, depressed, try to bring the attention back to your life, focusing on your life, focusing on the things you do rather than focusing on what other people are up to. I speak from my personal experience. When I draw the attention back to myself, I feel much better because the world is so big and everything is so easy accessible on the internet. You can literally see every single human being you want to see on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to see beautiful girl on this world, if you want to know the most successful, the richest man on the world, you went online, you can search about his life. I personally feel sometimes it's not healthy for us to know too much about other people's life. We should just focus on our own life. That's everything I have for this video. Bye.